Hello everyone, my name is Jenny. I apologize I didn't have a video yesterday. It was just one of those crazy kind of days with a lot going on. So I'm back today, and if you've been following my channel, you know that I generally post videos when I'm doing the HCG diet so that people can follow along on their journey too and see my failures and feel better about yourself. And maybe just glean a little bit of information here and there along the way so that it's somewhat informative as well. So, typically I read from the protocol. I'm going to start that again once I really start into it next week. Seriously doing the diet again, but here's kind of what happened. If you've been following along, you know that last weekend I went out of town for the weekend to my daughter's college and celebrated her graduation, and that resulted in a lot of carbs, a lot of calories, a lot of alcohol. None of which, and mind you, I'm not even a drinker. Not even a drinker. It was just free, and so I thought, why not? Spending the night at the hotel. Why not? I mean, really. I can count on one hand how many times I drink in a year. But I did this past weekend. Yeah, I did. I had stopped the drops because I had basically run out of my bottle. Um, and the last 2 days, like Thursday and Friday, I only had drops in the morning, so I was kind of weaning out, and then I didn't have any over the weekend. And I gained 5 pounds, basically. Well, more than 5 pounds. I apologize. Let's see here. Well, let's just say I gained 7 pounds altogether, really. I gained 5.3 pounds, and then the next day, which was yesterday, I gained another zero point 0.7. So, all in all, it was a 6 pound overall gain. So, I went back on track yesterday, and I just decided I'm going to get back on the drops, even though I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that with Cedar Point and going out to dinner this weekend to celebrate both my son's high school graduation and my daughter's college graduation with the family, and then coming back here for cake afterwards. But I just do better, and you know what? I was in a so much better mood yesterday than I had been the past couple days. And it's like it doesn't even, I don't know if it literally is a physiological effect of me not feeling that good on the drops, or if it's a psychological effect of me knowing that I'm not eating well. I also think that there's some hormonal component involved there actually with the drops, but that's a whole separate video. Nevertheless, yesterday morning I started back on the drops, and I just felt better about myself, and I had more self control. I don't know if it's the drops or if it's a placebo effect, knowing that I'm taking the drops. I honestly don't know. What I do know is that it works. And I'm somebody who cannot stop eating. So if it works for me, it can basically work for anybody. Um, so I got on the scale today and I was down 2 of those pounds, which makes me feel better. So now I'm just up overall from all the weight loss that I had in my P2 round. I'm up 4 pounds, which is not great. But since I was at 6, I'll take 4. And it makes me feel better about staying on track today and having a better result on the scale. So, what I was going to talk about today was, and I don't have it pulled up, but I will. I have another video where I talk about Healthy Wage. Healthy Wage is a website. I'll put the link down below. Because if you use my link to sign up, you actually get $40 off. And what does $40 off mean? Briefly, again, look back at the previous video on Healthy Wage because it explains everything in detail. But the program doesn't really cost anything technically, but you're paying into it and you get the money back if you lose the weight you say you're going to lose. So it's a personal accountability program. It works for me. And I know that I had to, from the end of December until the end of October, lose 35 pounds or I would not get all my money back. And I am putting in a considerable amount of money every month. So I'm losing that weight, and I'm using HCG to help me get there. You can use any method you want to lose the weight besides any kind of surgeries or those kind of surgical procedures. They do that invalidates you. Um, and along with that program, they also have like little mini challenges that come up as well. Um, Now, there's one that I just signed up for, which was a Mother's Day one, and there's a pot of money, and it was just sort of like a gift to their participants that they did. Hey, sign up for this for free. So you weigh in at the beginning, and then you weigh in at the end, and I think it's like 4 months long. And I can't remember how much weight they said that they wanted me to lose, but if I lose that weight, I don't even know if there's a set amount I have to lose. I'll have to look into that one more. I'm not really paying attention because I didn't pay into it, so it's sort of a no-brainer for me, and I knew it was a long way out before I had the weigh in. Um, but I'm putting no money into that program at all, but I might win money at the end. So that one's the best one, if you will. And then I'm doing another one called a Step Challenge. So this is the one that I wanted to pull up while I was talking to you. Um, the Step Challenge, they look at if you have any kind of Fitbit or Apple Watch or something that tracks your steps every day, they look at the past 4 months and they take the median score and they increase it by, I think, 15%. And that's how many steps you have to have. If you don't have any kind of um, reliable source from the past 4 months or none, I had none going into it. I didn't have my Apple Watch until after I started up, and I don't carry I mean, your phone does keep track of your steps. There is the health app on here does that, but I don't carry my phone with me wherever I go. So it said like I walk 300 steps a day. Just that's how much I'm actually carrying this as I'm walking. Not much at all. So I had nothing. So it defaults to 10,000 steps as your requirement for what they want you to um, lose and weigh. So I'm going to try to scan down here and see if I can find. I did one early on and it was 2 months long. I had to do 10,000 steps a day, and I'll see what I won. Okay, here. Okay, so it cost $60. That was a one-time fee. It cost $60 to do this. And I was completely in control of it, just kind of like you're in control of your weight loss, but you feel like you have more control over how many steps you take a day. So, yes, was I marching in place at the end of each day, watching something on television to finish up my steps? Yes. Um, I would sometimes go into the standing tanner at Planet Fitness and kind of march there too. I have the Total Body Fitness, which I do marching in there when I'm in there. And then I would do exercise machines to always make sure my arm was moving because I use the Apple Watch and that's what keeps track of my steps. So if I'm doing something where I'm not moving in a stationary bike or even the treadmill, if I'm holding on, I have to make sure that I have the treadmill slow enough that my arms swing. Um, I like to usually use it like more at an incline and a little faster where I kind of have to hold on and I feel like my upper body's kind of getting a little bit of a workout at the same time, but I can't do that because it won't register the steps here. So that's how I got my 10,000 steps in every day. It is an average. So if you miss one day, you're not automatically out of the challenge, which is nice. So like say you get really sick, you got the COVID vaccine and you were down for 2 days, or it's okay. It then tells you what the average number of day steps you need per day to finish out the challenge. So they recalculate it every time you go in and refresh the app, which is really nice. So and then the number also goes down. So where it was 10,000, then all of a sudden it would be like you need 8,192 steps every day for the remainder of this challenge. And then if I would always try to do about 10,000, then it would be like you need 7,000 steps every day for the remainder of this challenge. And then it goes all the way down. And once you hit that total number of steps, mine was 10,000 steps for 60 days, so I had to do 600,000 steps. I know it sounds like a lot, doesn't it? But it's just 10,000 steps a day, which is what we're all supposed to be walking anyway. Um, Now I signed up for it again because, and what did I win? It's not a huge amount of money. It's more of an accountability thing in this case. What did I win? I won $8.59. They take all the winners and they divide the pot up, minus obviously the fees that the company keeps for their administrative stuff and all that stuff. So, but I walked away with $8.59. That's, coffee at Starbucks, I guess. I don't know. I don't drink coffee. So then I signed up to do it again. There was another step challenge that came up, and it was about, a week or two later. I'm like, oh, I'll sign up for it again, and I guess I'll do the 10,000 steps again. It would have been nice. I saw some people only had to do 8,000 steps because it showed the past 4 months their average was a lot lower. I did not realize they still look at your past 4 months in there on the app. And so now I had to do 13,300 steps a day. I was like, no, shoot. So that one was tougher, especially because I have a little bit of plantar fasciitis in my one foot. So a lot of walking is not easy for me right now as I'm working through this. Hoping to get it back to normal one day. I don't know how that works. I need to talk to a physical therapist. But at any rate, I did it and I just finished it yesterday. So the payout, it takes them a while to do the payout, and it might be because people are writing in with app issues. The last day, my step count wouldn't update and it was giving me anxiety. The total number of steps I was doing for that day kept updating. Every time I would refresh it and look at the thing, I'd walk some more and I'd refresh it. And I only needed 70 steps in my last day, but I kept going. I was at like 4,000 steps, 5,000. I'm like, do I have to do the full how many steps do I have to? And it was just giving me all kinds of anxiety. And so I was just doing screenshots because on the app it also said I hit 100%. But if I went onto the website, it said I didn't. I never had any of these issues throughout the entire challenge, and I didn't have any of these issues the whole last time I did it. But last time I did it, I met my requirement, my total 600,000 steps, probably 3 or 4 days early because I was so anxious and nervous that I wasn't going to meet the amount, and my goal was always do over 10,000 steps every day. Um, and you know what? There are some days that I did 20,000 steps. There are days you do a lot of walking and you don't realize it. And there are other days where it's getting near the end of the day and you realize you've done 4,000. So it depends. All right. But the company was really great. I told you the fact that I had a glitch. I just assumed it was a lot of people all in there trying to update and refresh and update, which I kept doing too. And I think that it just kind of crashed. So I took some screenshots showing that I was at 100% and how many steps I had. And the next day I just sent them an email and uploaded the screenshots. And they wrote back and said, thank you very much. We also appreciate the pictures. And indeed, on our end, it shows that you've met the challenge and you're going to receive the payout once we figure out the profit. So they were really good about it. Now, those are just little challenges along the way to keep me going. Let me go ahead and open up my Healthy Wage app and see if I have any additional information in here about, I think I have one other challenge I'm doing. I'm trying to think what it is. Oh, Pound for Pound. This was a free one too. And this is a charity challenge. So it goes from April 5th to June 28th. This is one I didn't have to worry about. I don't have to do anything. I just signed up and I did my weigh in at the beginning. On all of them, you have to do a weigh in. Well, the step challenge, you don't, but on all the weight challenges, you have to do a weigh in where you video yourself in a mirror or you have somebody else do it for you. And then you go down and scroll on the scale, and then you have to show how you tap the scale to activate it so that it calibrates, and then you step on it and you look at your weight, and then you go back up and look at the mirror again. So, and then you have to turn all the way around and show like your back just to show that like there's nothing else on you, and you're supposed to be wearing like shorts and a t-shirt or tank top along the way. So you did have to do that for the Pound for Pound challenge, but this is just the company giving away food to charity. So for every pound you lose, they donate a certain amount of money or canned goods or something along that line to charity. So I definitely signed up for that one. And then on June 28th, I'll do my next weigh-in with them, and however many pounds I lost, they'll donate that to a charity. So I thought that was a really great one. All right, so I have the Mother's Day one. Let me click on that again just to see if I can give you more information. So that started on Mother's Day and it goes all the way till August 1st. And there is $5,000 to be disseminated. And oh, it says I'm going to lose 10.3 pounds. So it must have been a certain percentage that they figured out. You're supposed to lose a certain percentage of weight. So between May 9th and August 1st, I had to lose 10.3 pounds. So that is something I'm going to have to keep track of. It seems so far off. And if I stay on HCG, clearly that's not going to be an issue or a problem to lose 10 pounds. I need to anyway. Um, and that one I didn't have to pay anything to get into. And then if we go back to the main one, the website is a Healthy Wage. The main challenge is called the Healthy Wager, and this is the main challenge that people do in this website. In fact, I don't think you can do those side challenges without being part of the main one. And again, I'm not going to say all the information, but you determine anywhere from 6 months to 18 months how long you want your diet journey to be, and you determine how much weight you want to have lost at the end. And then you bet on yourself once you set in that weight, saying, I'm going to lose this weight. And you put in a certain amount of money every month to say you're going to lose that weight. If you meet your challenge, you not only get your money back, but they pay you money out. So that's why you might want to be investing more or going for a longer period of time or saying you're going to lose more weight than less weight, because clearly if I said over the 10 months time I was going to lose 10 pounds, well, you have to lose at least 10% of your body fat. So that's a minimum requirement. But let's say I was 10% was only 10 pounds. Weird math. But anyway, we're just going to say I only had to lose 10 pounds and I had 10 months to do it. I would get all my money back at that 10-month period of time, but the extra money they gave me as a bonus would be considerably smaller than if I said I am going to, what I chose to do, lose 35 pounds in the 10-month period of time, which my payout is considerably higher because I'm also at a much higher risk at not meeting that goal, and it's more likely that the company is going to be able to keep all the money that I've paid into it for all these months, and I've paid in a considerable amount of money. You could pay in as much as $200 a month, I think. I know people have done $200 a month. I don't know what the max cap is. Maybe at one point I did, and it might be in the other video. And the smallest amount you can put in if you did 10 months would be $10, because you have to bet at least $100 on yourself. So if it's a 6-month period of time, it's a little more than $10 a month. If you do 10 months, it's $10 a month. I could just tell you, I came out, I did $80 a month. So $80 a month comes out of my credit card every month. And you bet I am not going to let $800 go by the wayside. I will be 35 pounds lighter than I was at the end of December come the end of October. And the beautiful part about the weigh-in also, and most of these challenges, and I know I said I was going to talk about Diet Bet, which is another program, but because the step challenge just ended, I thought I'm going to talk about Healthy Wage again today. Yeah. And Healthy Wage is the one that really pays you to lose weight. Diet Bet, you get a pittance of money here and there. Kind of like the money that I won for the step challenge, $8 over 2 months. All right, it's money, right? It's free money. And I did the step challenge because I knew it was just going to help me stay in shape and lose weight too. So it's a win-win-win, really. I just lost my train of thought. I started talking about something else when I just got sidetracked there. What was I going to say? I don't remember. I apologize. I'm sorry. Following a conversation with me can be difficult at times when I don't have an outline. All right. Well, if it's important, it'll come back at some point and I'll mention it in an upcoming video. But I guess in general, I was kind of talking about how Healthy Wages just pays you a lot more money. And by a lot more money, I mean I'm getting close to getting paid my $800 plus another $1,000 from the company. They're going to give me like a significant amount of money they will pay you to make your bet. So this is the program that really helps me stay accountable and go, I have to stay on track. I have to stay on track. I can't just say, oh, well, I lost 15 to 20 pounds since the beginning of the year, and I look so much better than I did, even though I don't look like I should. I look better than I did, so I'm just going to let it ride for like a month and then get back on track. I don't let myself do that because I know I have a program that's keeping me accountable, and that's what works for me. I just need that. I need it. I'm not proud of the fact that I need that. I wish I didn't need that. I wish I had more self-control. I wish that every time I lost weight that it became a lifestyle change as it's supposed to for everybody. It just doesn't work that way for me. I just have food eating issues. I don't know if I'm a food addict. I've never been diagnosed as such. I self diagnosed. But then again, we learned that in the DSM 5, there isn't a food diagnosis for that, um, or clinical diagnosis anyway, but people use the term. Um, but yeah, once I start eating, I just don't stop. I don't stop. It has nothing to do with hunger. It just has to do with I enjoy it. I just enjoy it too much. I need to find something else I enjoy as much as food, and I just haven't yet. I have a lot of things I enjoy in life that I can distract myself and do, but it doesn't bring me, like when you're alone, there's nothing like a bag of potato chips or a piece of chocolate pie, or I mean, I could just go on and on. Even just potatoes with melted butter and cheese and bacon on top. I mean, come on. Does it get any better than that? Not good. Not good. This is why I do HCG. All right, so that's Healthy Wage. I'm going to put the link down below. If you have any other questions about it, please let me know. But definitely use my link if you're going to sign up. 100% use my link if you're going to sign up. And going into summer, now's a great time to do it, really, because you're betting against yourself. The Diet Bet program, the other program I do, that depends on how many people are participating and how much money's in the pot. So your payout, literally, my payout on my last challenge, after losing 4% of my weight in a 1 month challenge, my payout was 58 cents. I mean, that was the lowest. It's never been below $1. I don't think it's ever even been below $2. But I mean, 58 cents. And that's just because a lot of people won their bets and the company takes their cut of the money and there wasn't that much left. This program with Healthy Wage that I'm telling you about, you bet against yourself and they tell you upfront, here's the money that you'll win. You pick how much money you're going to win based on your criteria in the end. So no matter what, no matter how many people are participating, I know I'm going to get that extra grand of money in October if I stay the track. So that keeps me accountable. And I would get an additional $40 in that payout check if I would have used somebody else's link to sign up. But I didn't know about the whole link system until after I got going with it. It's a little bit of a stretch. I kind of knew about it. I tried to use someone's link. It didn't work. I don't know what was going on. I just thought that they were invalid anymore and I just signed up. But when I went to use their link, I just thought that the thing had expired, that the $40 thing had expired. And maybe it did. I don't understand what was going on. But I didn't understand at the time when I used their link that there was going to be a payout for me at that time, if that makes sense. I'm kind of rambling here. Any rate, that's why I just want to make it really clear. You can just go to healthywage.com and just sign up yourself. You don't have to go through a link. If you go through a link, when you meet your goal and you get your weight, they give you a bonus $40 on top of it. So $40. I'm doing a challenge where I won 58 cents the other day. I thought, well, it's money. I won $8 in my step challenge. Woohoo, right? Well, it all adds up over time. But $40, that's motivation. All right, so you go through the link, it takes you right to the same website that you would go to if you signed up on your own. And then when you do that, I also invite those people to join my Facebook group too. We kind of have our own, I started a small little Facebook group, maybe 10 people in it, and it's just something where you can help keep yourself accountable, post if you had a successful week or day. Post if you didn't. Post nothing if you don't want to. Just follow along. Some people put funny cartoons in there, some great recipe they may have found. I mean, whatever. It's a very loose, not structured, just use it however you will kind of Facebook group. I will send you the link to join that because it's a closed group. And you can be part of our group to help each other. It really kind of just motivates each other to keep going. All right, that's all I have for today. Healthy Wage. Link is down below. And I will see you tomorrow. And I will try to pull everything together to talk about the other program, Diet Bet, tomorrow. There's no incentive for signing up for Diet Bet, so I guess that's partly why I wanted to mention this one first. But I will still tell you about it. And, or I guess it's been quite a while since I've done anything in the protocol. Maybe I should sidestep and do something in the protocol first. I don't know. If you have a preference, let me know down below. Leave a message. Like and subscribe to my videos, and that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.